we were learning how to engage more with our SMI patients, and we wanted to do something that were a little bit different.
Coming from all the different backgrounds that we have, and we're all service users within NHS in our group, I think we've had lots of unexpected outcomes, haven't we?
Yeah.
Because things have been brought to the table that we wouldn't necessarily have considered when we're redesigning comms, but actually they play a big part in people's experience of accessing their annual physical health check or their experience of it.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a chance to see co-production in action. We hear a lot about the word co-production, but to actually see it working and see how people use it to create an absolutely fantastic end result in this project has been a bit of a game changer and something that I'm going to take forward into a lot of my practice and my role moving forward.
We had a few, and I think it were Tony's because it were like bright, and I think because he'd done like local buildings and local scenes. I think it was just both that really, that it was local and it made it really relevant to people. But I think as well, because they were really engaging, his colours and the way he looked, like his pictures looked, they were really, like they stood out. So yeah, that's why I think we all picked it.
It seemed very exciting because a lot of my work is about exploring Wakefield, and I've done a lot of work over the number of years with groups in Wakefield. And I have a particular interest in landscape and architecture and buildings. So when the job spec mentioned illustrations of buildings and places in Wakefield, I really wanted to do it. It's, I think originally I was meant to do a number of illustrations, but the more I thought about it, I thought it'd be quite nice for it to be more participatory. There's no great plan, but we had a steering group meeting, and I thought I'd bring the materials along to show people the process that I would use to paint the landmarks and the buildings and the places. And whilst we were talking, I was doing a bit of painting. I kind of passed these workshop kits around the table. So whilst we were planning it, everybody had a little go at painting, went, this is really quite nice. And so it was there, it was very organic. It just made sense to deliver this as a participatory project so that people have ownership of the images rather than just me painting them.
We've been able to engage a lot of the patients actually in the work, of the production work, of the designs, and all the patients that took on board them workshops really enjoyed it.
I'm a bit of an artist myself, and I wanted to come along, and then I found out we were supporting mental health and you could have a voice, and I thought that's great, I want to take part.
Why did you want to join the group?
Because I want to talk about mental health and my experiences.
Yeah, because that experiences is really important
for
us to know, so we can make things more accessible.
Yeah.
Not only have we been able to kind of gather feedback as we've been going along and get people's really valuable insights based on like their own lived experience of using services or what works for them or how they engage with communications. It's also been a really good opportunity for us to promote how important it is to go for your physical health check if you've got a diagnosis of an SMI.
Yeah.
So I think having Tony, suggest really kindly that we could, instead of just all creating these images or him creating them for us to go to these groups and have input, I think that's great.
Yeah.
And I think as well for people who are going to receive that pack, to know they've played a part in the creation of it.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think that's, again, it's will really help to aid engagement, hopefully.
What's it like doing the silk painting?
Relaxed and calm, and it just makes you feel good about yourself that you're doing some art and that you're concentrating, so it makes you feel at ease, it makes you feel good about yourself, about doing the painting is really nice. I like doing it.
And some of your paintings are in the literature as well, aren't they?
Yeah, they are,
Yeah. Listen to everybody's lived experience of services has been so valuable. People have been through so much, and having that insight to that. I think we talked about trauma-informed approaches at points,
Yeah.
because people do come with trauma and haven't experienced services, be a bit paranoid of services as well.
Yeah.
We've got people with lived experience of a variety of severe mental illnesses, all the way through to NHS staff from different departments, some people from the voluntary sector. So being able to mix with such a range of people, listen to people's views, opinions, and just bounce all these creative ideas off each other has been a really enjoyable thing to be part of.
We've learned so much,
Yeah.
not even just about this piece of comms, but things that we can do different in our everyday jobs that
Yeah.
will make things more accessible for people. And I think having everybody's experiences, like we've all come from such different backgrounds, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've really been able to use all of our own expertise and knowledge. I think that's been absolutely, it's been brilliant.
Everyone's said how much they've liked it, and people have said how much they feel better for doing it. And it sounds like it's complicated, but it's not. People feel relaxed. People are proud of what they've achieved, and that goes a long way to making people feel just a bit better. Well, hopefully, I think when other projects come along, we can all start thinking kind of participatorily or involving people more in the delivery of the projects, as an integral part. So I think everybody has created these works, so when they go out as part of the project, they have ownership and it's their work, and that's something I'd like to see more of.
I think it'll be better than just getting a letter that just says NHS, this is your NHS letter. Yeah, definitely.
I'm just really excited to see how the pack's going to be used and the impact it's going to have on encouraging more people to have their annual physical health check, and hopefully, make a positive difference to people that are experiencing severe mental illness.